So, following on from that, this first one we're going to look at is how the media focuses in modern times almost solely on the Prime Minister as the face of government. Now, it's the idea that the cabinet in a traditional cabinet government should be the collective identity of government, but in more recent times, the Prime Minister has become the face of government, and we've seen that with Theresa May recently on Andrew Marr saying that she won't be afraid to challenge Donald Trump, and I think Theresa May has also been very, very central on the Brexit debate. She has been the one giving the speech, laying out her plan for Brexit. We've got the catchline, Brexit means Brexit. And I think that Theresa May's lead on that has been very much facilitated by the media. And so the spotlight that is placed on a Prime Minister, especially a Prime Minister who commands a decent chunk of public support, the Prime Minister can use that, in fact, to ignore their cabinet and use their public popularity to dominate the policy process. And I think the best example of this is Tony Blair. Tony Blair would often brief new policy to the press before he briefed it to even Parliament because he claimed that personal mandate from the people. And so the media, with the focus on the Prime Minister, allows the Prime Minister to dominate the policy agenda because it's always the central go-to person, being the Prime Minister, that the media is going to. And so, to a certain extent, the media allows the Prime Minister to come across as a more presidential figure. Now, I don't think this is as good a point. If the question is, to what extent are Prime Ministers more presidential, this point is front and centre. This point is a really important point. But if the question is to what extent can the Prime Minister control the cabinet, I think this is more a method of soft control rather than hard control. And there are methods of hard control, meaning actual concrete procedural methods, mechanisms like cabinet committees, use of special advisors, which are better points, okay? So keep this one in the back of your mind for other questions that include prime ministerial domination of the whole political system. But for this specific question on how important the cabinet is and cabinet mechanics, I would then move on to these next points down below.